Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Mac here. Listen, today we're back in Birmingham and we're at a flower wholesaler because I want to pick up some more flowers. I love doing this for Blair and myself, and I do love the consistency to be able to do something beautiful over and over again. I like to do the same things, repeat it, especially if they bring me joy. If you find something that you enjoy doing, then yeah, do it again. As long as it's not hurting anyone, right? So let's go pick out some flowers and see what beautiful colors we can find today and make a magnificent bouquet. Or do we want a more vibrant pink? And I'm thinking a more solid, vibrant pink. Of course, it's hybrid tea, which is a more fluorescent pink. The choices are pretty expansive here, but I think I do want to blend in some roses. Definitely get some baby's breath as well. But what's really grabbing my eye, I think, is going to be the lighter pink. This is going to be a really blushing pink bouquet. Okay, so if I go with the lime green hypericums instead, I can leave the buds on the dahlia and just tie green to green. But I still don't want to go too dark. I want to bring the color back to white. I think you can make a bouquet with just this. If you just have this, you can make a beautiful bouquet. But we're going to take this and put it with the rest of our pink and white. So we picked out a lot of really great flowers here, and there's always so many more, like these thistles. There's always so much more here, and I love coming to this wholesaler. But we're just starting our day. We got a lot more to do, but a few things more we have to pick up. Let's go and explore some more Birmingham. So people have asked a lot of questions about how do we maintain family, how do we manage family, work, and content creation, and everything that we have going on with 6 kids and such a broad range of ages and things and experiences that we have to maintain and keep going. And well, through the blessings of God to be able to stay healthy and maintain our health and strength and maintain our sanity, but it's also through consistency. The objective is to always try to hit the same markers over and over again. So in the morning time when we're getting ready to take the kids to school or we're getting ready to go to work, it's always, well, you had to be up by this time, we have to leave home by that time. And it is a bit tedious in some cases and a bit tiring. I think a lot of people find it tiring, but it's all about consistency, doing the same thing over and over again to get to the point of results that we want. Especially with young children, we have to be consistent to keep the schedules the same for them. So consistency is one of the main things that we focus on. And so speaking of consistency, we're gonna get really consistent starting Monday because school starts back, and that starts an entirely different flow for the family to where we have to get the kids up and ready for school, not just the twins. So it's gonna be the whole, everyone's up and out in the morning, and we're trying to get an earlier start than we got last year, so we're gonna have to get everyone moving much earlier. Bedtime has to get pushed forward. So I think it'll work out. It's just gonna be us being diligent about making sure we're consistent on our timelines and hitting all those markers. It's not always fun, but it's what it takes to be successful. So we need to pick up some fruit for the twins. The twins love fruit. I mean, they are fruit hogs. They absolutely love fruit. So I love going through this market. There's a lot of great fruits in there, vegetables, but mostly we're gonna just try to find some fresh fruit for the twins. The older kids enjoy fruit as well, but no one in the house enjoy fruit as much as the twins. The Birmingham Fresh Food Market remains one of my favorite markets in the UK. The great thing about the United Kingdom is that almost every single town has this type of market. A lot of fresh fruits and vegetables readily available and in great abundance. Blair wanted to get a hot pot today, which is really nice. We've never done this before. Just how you go to the same place and do something, doing the same thing but different at the same time, right? This is a place that we've been to a lot before. It's been in Birmingham City Center, but we've never been into this particular restaurant.
So today we tried hot pot. I've been really wanting to try hot pot for a while now, but I didn't know where to go. We were walking around the shopping center a different way and we saw this hot pot restaurant and I was like, hey, let's try this. It was really good. We had a great time, great experience. Everyone was so helpful since it was our first time and we were trying it. I can't wait to bring the older kids back so they can try it. It was really good food.
You know, you really can't beat the entrepreneurial spirit here in Birmingham. I see a lot of things for sale here, and you can get them at a really great price. This is such a unique place to be able to shop because I normally see this type of shopping not in the city center. But here in Birmingham, things are different.
Some of the items for sale were different types of perfume, high-end perfumes, really fancy stuff, not normally things you'd find on the street. And of course, there were a lot of Pop Mart things still being sold, not inside of the Pop Mart store. These are all knockoffs, especially on the Pop Mart side. But it's a really entrepreneurial spirit in Birmingham.
This is our first time on a Ferris wheel. And over a couple of years ago, we were on a whole Ferris wheel thing where it was, how many can we ride in a year? I think we did well over 20, 20 plus in 1 year. And then we haven't done it in a while because we haven't done too many any county shows. We haven't been to any county shows this year. We're planning to go to some here pretty soon, but we were in the U.S. for much of the summer. But today we get to get out and we get to see a little bit of Birmingham from on high, which is, you know, kind of nice.
From high overhead, it is really obvious that Birmingham is one of the major cities here in England, one of the major cities inside of the United Kingdom overall. As the second or third largest city, depending on how you count, Birmingham is a metropolitan area that is lush, lively, and filled with a lot of magnificent architecture.
If you're looking to be more consistent in your own life, there's a couple ways you could go about doing it. First, be very specific about your goal, what it is you want to achieve and your objectives. Be very specific about that. Really define, let's say your objective is, I want to get to work earlier, or I want to go to bed earlier. If that's your goal, cool, then think about what it is you need to do to get there. Every day, if you want to go to bed earlier or get up earlier. If you want to go to bed earlier, I want to go to bed 15 minutes earlier. So you set your goal and you work your way towards it through small steps. Change happens through small steps. It's really hard to do a big change and hold it for a long time period. But if you do little steps, little incremental changes over time, you can get to your objective a lot easier. If you want to do social media and you want to have 1 million YouTube subscribers, can you start out just getting to 10 and then maybe work your way up to 50 and 100? Thinking about the changes and the steps you need to make to get to your next goal and objective. The best way to do it is to work your way through these things very slowly, not push yourself too fast to try to do too much at one time. Then you want to do it over and over and over again. The more you do those things consistently, because that's what we're working towards, consistency, it will become a habit. 21 days to make a habit. So that's the way you want to focus on, being more consistent if that's something you're trying to do. Those are the steps that I take to try to be more consistent in my life. I don't always make it there. It's always a goal to try to do better. You're always working towards that. But that's kind of what I work towards, to be more consistent. So far, it's working good. We'll see how it goes. Again, school's about to start back, and we're going to change our schedule. We're going to get up a lot earlier. So everyone has to go to bed 10 to 15 minutes earlier, and we're going to keep working until we hit our goal and objective, and then we'll move on to the next objective. That's how we are more consistent. If you have other ways to be consistent, drop that down in the comments and let me know steps that you take to be more consistent in your life.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We can do better. We could be chasing dreams.
Talking a lot about consistency. One area where I personally have struggled with consistency is staying in the gym. I did really good for a long time, but over the last year, I haven't been anywhere near as consistent as I need to be. So whenever I can, I press on to get time to get back into the gym, and that's kind of what I'm doing tonight. Had a wonderful day out with Blair. The day is going to roll on for a little while longer, especially here over the weekend. We've got stuff planned for tomorrow, but tonight I need to get some time in the gym because I didn't get into the gym quite as much as I want to. I mean, I'm talking about consistency, but real life kicks in all the time, guys. You're dealing with family, work, school, whatever your situation that you're going through, whatever you're dealing with, you're going to run into times when you can't do everything you want to do. So you end up shifting your schedule, and that's what I'm doing. Jumping in the gym right now.
If we just try a little every day, we can make it better. We can do better. We can be setting goals. We understand right down to the soul that we can do better. We can have a heart of gold. So let's step it up. We could be making moves. We know what.
So I have to end the day where I started at the very beginning of the day, which is with the flowers. This is some baby's breath, and this is going to be the base for this beautiful bouquet I'm going to put together. And I'm thinking pink and green. That's the color that I want to use, pink and green. So I want to use my favorite green vase as a base. I'm a huge fan of bright and airy colors. Now I can get a bit moody with my colors. I like a lot of burgundy, a lot of dark. Burgundy is Blair's favorite color, and so I can do a lot with burgundy. But in this case, Flora Vital, I want to do something a bit brighter because I want to add a lot of cheer into the house as we head into what is really just the school season. That's what I feel, I guess, the most trepidation about is school, because we're about to start the school year just in a day or so, and I want the home to feel bright
and airy, and I want a lot of bright colors in here. So I'm gonna start out a little bit of baby's breath, but I want to fill this in. I'm gonna add the white in first. Here is carnations. I'm a huge fan of these. I'm gonna get some of this in here in just a minute. Just a beautiful, beautiful white carnation. And you can see how pretty that is. Blair really helped me pick this out today. She goes with me to the wholesaler, and today she chimed in a lot more than she normally does. And I appreciated her opinions because it's hard to always be creative. We go to the wholesaler with just the idea of let's find a color and let's see what flowers are here and what they have, because you never know what's on display until you get there. What are they selling? Some things are always the same. They always have roses, but then there's a lot of variance around the other flowers, and those other flowers is where I like to focus. These are starting to jump out at me. Let's start adding the color. I wanted to contrast against the pink, and the hypericums contrast that perfectly with this very chartreuse color. I was talking to my mother earlier today, and all of my nieces and nephews are already back in school, back in the States. And she was telling me how tired they all are. And so she was kind of prepping me up. She said, hey, your kids are going to probably be tired as well. And they will be tired. My kids have been staying up. They go to bed at normal times, at normal hours they go to bed, but they don't actually go to sleep. And so I'm hearing them up, just kind of roaming around at night. But when soon as school starts, all of that's going to dry up. I'm almost certain of it. And they are going to be so tired those first few days, but they'll get back on schedule pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure they'll be just fine. Now, what's really going to tie it together is the flower that started it out, and that are these beautiful dahlias. When I say it started it out, this was the first flower that we picked when we started to make this bouquet. It was like, oh, this dahlia, we definitely have to get this in here. And I want to leave the buds because I feel as though the buds add a lot of texture and they're complementary to the hypericum berries. Those buds, normally I would cut those off, but I want to leave those buds this time because I really think that they add a lot of extra texture and depth. And I think I want to do a second bouquet, and I like to do 2 and sometimes even 3, but in this case I have just enough left, I think, to do 2, but I want to put the final touch on this. And here it is, this magnificent hydrangea. I only bought one of these because I want it to be the center of the show. I don't need any of those leaves. I just want that stem. Going dead down into the center here. And there we are, with the hydrangea sitting slightly higher than everything else. The centerpiece of this entire arrangement. Okay, so this design is not as impressive as the other, but I'm okay with that. I just didn't want to have any flowers left over that didn't make it into a vase. So I consider this more of just a country design. Just out of the garden is the thought process with this. These are some flowers I had in my garden and I put them all together. That's kind of the thought with this. And I still like it though. I still think it looks good. It's complimentary. And it also creates a situation where you don't have any flowers that didn't make it into a vase. It's a little sparse, but I'm okay with that because I have the big one. Right here. So we're talking 2 separate bouquets, one larger, really full. I'm very happy with this one. And then this is just a catch-all to make sure I don't have any flowers left unattended to. And I'm gonna sit this on the dining room table. This is what the family's getting. This is our holiday bouquet. And the holiday is the start of school, right? So starting off school, this is the bouquet that everyone's gonna get to see. Bright, airy, and encouraging, I hope, as everyone starts out a new school year. Hey, I hope you had a wonderful day. I've enjoyed my day, and I hope to see you again soon. So until next time, take care.